Hey everybody, welcome back to Tech Odyssey. So today I'm here with a first for me. This is the first time I'm ever installing a screen protector onto a smartwatch. So I went with one of the tried and true methods and different manufacturers, the ArmorSuit. It's the liquid wet application screen protector. So I've used them for other phones in the past and I've been happy with them. Typically I go with Skinomi, but this one was a good price. It was about $8 on Amazon. Looks like right now $7.86 with free shipping, and it's a 2-pack, so that means redemption. In case you screw one up, you get an extra one, or in case something happens to it, you have an extra one. So I figured it was a worthwhile investment, and I wanted to go ahead and get one so I can keep my watch safe. So I have been using a Julk, J-U-L-K, case on mine for the last little while, and then I did a review and tested out some other products for Clayco and for subcase with the Unicorn Beetle. Well, I wanted to put my leather straps back on here and I want to make sure that it's safe and secured, so I went ahead and I bought this. Plus it opens up other opportunities for me to wear it around with things that are not a protective case. The protective case worked just fine, but this is a little step extra so I can carry it kind of almost in its original configuration. Alright, so what do we have here? We have a little package, microfiber cloth, a little squeegee tool. We got our wet application spray, and here we go. We have our films, and nothing else in the box. So here we go again. It's the ArmorSuit. So that off to the side. Now, go ahead and open this up. Here's the installation instructions. So you can follow these if you want. They've got a link right here that you go to with the installation guide. There we go, you can see ArmorSuit.com. For curved edges, have access to a blow dryer, low heat, and I'll discuss all of that. Here's the watch our instructional video. Alright, so there's the two films. You see that they're pre-cut out already. So, this is pretty much the same thing as putting on a screen protector on a phone. We'll go ahead and open this up. We're going to need these. It's nice that they gave you 2 microfiber cloths in here, it looks like. Nope, just one. Guess they expect you to reuse it. We got our squeegee tool. Alrighty then. So let us get busy. So as with the phone, the first thing that you want to do is clean off the screen. So I have my Zeiss cleaning wipes, which I always use. They work phenomenally. Make sure you get everything all nice and clean. Now I'm going to go the extra mile. I'm going to wipe the residue off. Make sure there's none of that. You want to make sure it's as clean as possible, just like your phone screen, because we're going to go ahead and use my packaging tape just to give it a little bit of an extra. Make sure I get everything off of here. Should be clean as a whistle after all this. Alright, well there is one nice thing about the Apple Watch Series 4 is that it is waterproof. So I shouldn't have any issues at all with getting the screen wet or getting the watch wet in general. So we'll go ahead and open up our wet application solution, which needs to be primed, point it off into a direction and just squirt it a couple of times. Now I'm going to have to be careful because my little pad here is leather and I don't want to mess it up actually. So I can do this properly. We'll use this side. There we go. I don't want to risk messing it up. Alright, so first thing you want to do is you want to spray some of this on your fingers. Get it nice and wet on your fingertips. I recommend doing it on both sets of your fingers because you're going to be touching these screen. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and we'll spray some on here. Just to make life easy, we'll go ahead and pull this off. Maybe. There we go. Alright, got the edge of the film. Go ahead and spray it. And the reason you spray this is so you can go ahead and put it in place and then slide it around. Alright, so once you get it on there, go ahead and hold it in place, and we'll go ahead and we'll start the squeegee process. Going outward. Make sure we get it adjusted properly. Now you are going to notice there are going to be some bubbles on here. And that's perfectly alright. It's designed that way. They will go away after it dries up and settles within 24 to 48 hours. And we're going to accelerate the process because I'm going to use the low heat on the blow dryer like I talked about. So the biggest concern you're going to have here is making sure the edges are sealed and seated properly, because they will have a tendency to peel back if it's anything like any of the other screen protectors that I've used for phones. So whenever we do this, we'll use the dryer and you'll push it down and you'll see that it's sealed, and then you'll go ahead and use the low heat on the dryer to go ahead and dry it. And then they'll kind of dry out and you'll see it pop up a little bit. And that's okay. You just push it back down with your finger like that. It'll reseal it. And then you'll use the dryer and you'll hold it in place. Dry it. It'll kind of pop up a little bit, and then you'll press it back down, and then you'll dry it. And it's just kind of a rinse and repeat over and over and over until it sticks, and then you'll be good. So there we go. I've got everything squeegeed out from underneath it. Go ahead and press the sides down. If you don't have a dryer, then you can go ahead and you can do this, and you can kind of press and you can hold it. And mess that up. And by pressing and holding it, it should go ahead and lock it into place well enough to where it will eventually seal up as it dries. But that's pretty much all there is to it. So it's going to look kind of messed up for a little while, and that's quite alright. Don't rip it off, don't mess with it, don't take it off, don't try and fix it and reapply it. All you have to do is just kind of hold everything in place and then let it dry, and you'll be good to go. Also, I'd recommend not using it for 24 hours. If you have a blow dryer, I highly recommend using that. Make sure you do passes with low heat. Don't sit there and just fry it, because you could risk damaging it and messing it up. But as you can see, it's on there. It's on there nice and well and solid and just fine. And it would be okay like this. But I want to accelerate the process because I want to wear it to work tomorrow. So I'm going to go use my wife's blow dryer, use it on low heat, and finish drying this up and getting the edges to seal. And again, that's going to be your biggest challenge with this, is getting the edges to seal. Which, as you can see, when you press down on the edges, see how they will seal? But then, you know, a few minutes later they might kind of come undone. So if you have problem areas, just sit there and you can hold it with your fingers for a few minutes, press everything out, and you should be fine. Anyway, I mean, it looks alright, but it is going to have that filmy, sometimes even slightly bubbly look underneath it, kind of wet appearance, and that will go away within 24 to 48 hours and it'll look fine. And you'll see in subsequent videos that it turned out just fine. So don't worry about it. Don't be like, oh my gosh, it looks terrible. Sincerely, go back and look at some of the other wet film application installs that I did, particularly the Spigen NeoFlex for the Note 9. It looked like complete garbage when I got done with it, and I'm still using the same screen protector. It looks great. So anyway, this is the ArmorSuit wet application screen protector for the Apple Watch Series 4, and that's all I got for today. But that's my little installation video on how to put it on, and I think it's going to turn out just fine. So if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down in the comments section. And as always, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.